Yo, what's up? Hello, hello. Hopefully you're all having a wonderful start to your day. Ready for some Pokemon, because that's what we got going on. Today, I adjusted my camera just slightly, alright? I felt like it was, after looking at all of the content on Tricky Gym yesterday, I was like, alright, I think my camera's a little bit too far zoomed in, and I think it's a little bit too hot. So, I stopped the camera down a little bit, so it's slightly less bright than it used to be, and I adjusted the frame so it's slightly more zoomed out than it was previously. So if you feel like things are a little bit different today, it's because they are. Just very, very slightly. Because who knows? I kick this camera all the time, so I don't really know, where the perfect angle is, but I feel like this is pretty close right here. You want like a little bit of headspace. I felt like it wasn't quite far down enough. So anyways, this is stuff that I think about. Watching me watch myself was fun. I'm glad you guys had fun with that yesterday. That was fun. A little trip down memory lane. It's crazy. I mean, 1,300 videos on the channel in 5 years is just a lot of content. We've been cranking this stuff out for a long time, and it was nice to be able to like just really go back and revisit and comment on all of that, because it's been a wild journey, and what better time to go back and think about the journey than at 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. King J says, I'm in a bind. I migrated my account to live by mistake. Should I bite the bullet and make a new online account? And what would a good, cheap, standard deck I can build there to get back into it? That is such a sad kind of... That is such a sad kind of question to have to answer, right? Isn't it? Isn't that like I shouldn't have to, like, as a content creator, I shouldn't have to be like helping troubleshoot people's accounts. You know what I mean? It's like, that's on Pokemon, bro. I feel so bad. It's like, because what can I say to you, And I'm not, and I'm commiserating with you for asking the question, because it's a good question. But I'm also just lamenting the fact that the Pokemon companies put us all in this situation where we have to try and, figure out what the best course of action is for people who migrated their account and wish that they hadn't. So the problem is that I don't know. The problem is I don't know that. I don't know anything. I don't know when they plan on powering down. What if I advise you to restart on the Pokemon trading card game online, and then they cancel it, next week. So that's why I feel so bad. Like, what if that's the situation we get ourselves into? What if I tell you, like, oh yeah, invest in a new Pokemon trading card game online account, and then what if they power down the Pokemon trading card game online February 1st? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. How can I advise? I don't really know anything. If I were, in my situation and in Azul's situation, we both had to restart I had an unlocked account, but Azul had to restart on the Pokemon trading card game online because our jobs depend on it, right? Our jobs depend on it, something that we need to do. So we had to do it. But for someone in your shoes, I'm not exactly sure what the best course of action is. Is the Pokemon trading card game live going to take 3 months, or is it going to take 3 years to be playable? I don't know. I ain't working on the project. You know, if I had to judge based on what I've seen, I would guess that the Pokemon trading card game live will never be playable. If I'm using purely the evidence that I have in front of me, I would tell you that it will never be functional, you know, or maybe 5 years, you know. So, but the question is not at what point will the Pokemon trading card game live be enjoyable to play. The question is, at what point will they yank the plug off of the Pokemon trading card game online, which they have been funding for about a year longer than they anticipated to be funding it. Keep this in mind. The Pokemon Company International has been paying for both the Pokemon trading card game online and the Pokemon trading card game live's development for the last 4 years. Right? For 4 years, they've been paying for both. They only expected to be paying for the Pokemon trading card game live and the Pokemon trading card game online for 3 years, as we know by the fact that they were very much acting like they were going to shut down the Pokemon trading card game online a year ago. So then they had to, like, you know, keep the Pokemon trading card game online afloat. And now it's like, okay, now we're in this situation where we have both clients. They're paying for both clients. You know, it's just this whole debacle is just bleeding money at this point, right? And the Pokemon, and the thing is that these projects are bleeding money, but they're not ever going to make the Pokemon Company International any money. So it's like, because they will not monetize the client for whatever reason, none of us know, but they won't monetize it. So then, you know, we're just kind of in this situation where none of us know what's going on. None of us know what the future holds. None of us know what to do. And that's cool. That's just the situation we're in. Let's see. April 14th. Is that written anywhere? How do we know rotations on April 14th? Is that an official announcement? There's a lot of coulda, woulda, shoulda with the Pokemon trading card game live. There's a lot of it. But none of us have any idea what's going on. So, it is what it is. I don't know. And you know what? We're all going to suffer through it because we're Pokemon fans, right? It's like, cool. Anybody else would just go to a new game, go to a new franchise, go to something else. But not us, baby. We're ride or die. It's 2 weeks after the Scarlet and Violet release, just in time for EUIC. Okay. Here we are. Thank you, Bob the Flub. I just wanted to make sure that I had that. Okay. The standard format rotation for the 2023 Pokemon TCG Championship Series season will go into effect on April 14th, 2023. Beautiful. Okay. As briefly mentioned, cards with the deregulation mark will no longer be legal for play. This is a good link. Thank you. See what we're doing here? We're planning for a future video. I'm going to do this video eventually. What I was thinking about doing as we kind of gear up and get started with the stream, maybe we could sit here and argue about this top 10 list. What do you guys think on this list is the most impactful card that we're losing to rotation? I'm thinking like Quick Ball is like 1 or 2. 1 or 3, okay? I think Scoop Up Net is like 1, is like somewhere in 1 or 3. And I think Shady Dealings are probably like a 1 to 3, and Marnie's like a 1 to 3. So I think probably all four of those cards probably belong in like the 1 to 3 range. Yeah, Shady Dealings was like, yeah, so pivotal for like 75% of this meta. I agree with that. I do think that Marnie could just be number 1. I mean, Marnie is just such an insane card. I could see it being Marnie 1, Scoop Up Net 2, Quick Ball 3, Shady Dealings 4. Something like that. Now the thing about Quick Ball is because, and Quick Ball is like obviously an incredible card. I don't want to look up Ball. Quick Ball is an incredible card. But it is better in some ways than Nest Ball. Nest Ball is also an incredible card. Don't get me wrong. But Quick Ball is one of those cards that's like gonna go down as one of the best ball cards ever printed. Quick Ball allows you to thin your hand, and you can play it whenever you want. So not only does it act as like discarding cards is often very good in the Pokemon trading card game, and only having to discard 1 card is quite strong. I could see Scoop Up Net being number 1. I could. Right, like you can't Nest Ball for Luminion. Things like that. We'll do a vote on what you guys think. Scoop Up Net or Marnie, number 1. Let's do it now. What is the best? Which card? Marnie or Scoop Up Net? I think it's really just between those two. I don't know. Quick Ball is also insane, but we have Ultra Ball. We have Nest Ball. And then Shady Dealings, low-key, could have been number 1, but it low-key fell off. Shady Dealings low-key fell off. All right, the difference is that you think about what cards are going to be good forever, right? Like, what cards would be good in expanded format? Scoop Up Net and Quick Ball would both be good in expanded format. Marnie, so-so. Shady Dealings, absolutely not, right? Net got Shaman banned. I mean, straight up, right? Think about what cards are going to remain good in Gym Leader Challenge formats. Scoop Up Net, forever good in Gym Leader Challenge format. Marnie, forever good in Gym Leader Challenge format. Quick Ball, forever good in Gym Leader Challenge format. Shady Dealings, forever good in Gym Leader Challenge format. So, like, that sometimes that helps me think about how good cards are. Ranking based on I'd say based on the card's entire relevancy in their standard legality, but slightly weighted towards right now, right? Because if you tell somebody that the number one card we're losing is Shady Dealings, and they're like, why? There's not a single Shady Dealings in the top 8 of the regional championships, I'd be like, yeah, you're right. You know? So, like, you kind of have to wait. You do have to wait a little bit for recency bias, like just slightly. Not like a ton, but there's like recency bias will put, you know, Marnie and Scoop Up Net and Quick Ball over Shady Dealings. You know, but then if we were ending this format on like Palk and Tell format, you know, like 2 formats ago, then Shady Dealings maybe number 2. All right. Dang, it is a close runoff between Marnie and Scoop Up Net on the poll. We have got, yeah, a close match here. Thank you, Lieutenant Surge, for the 22 months. Appreciate you, Lieutenant. Thank you. 63-49. Dang. 63-60. Holy smokes, Marnie. It's a dead heat. What in the world? Oh, I let you guys put channel points in it? How did you tie? 74. Man, bro. All right, we're going to have to re-roll this. No buying votes. That's cheating. Well, you guys are awfully indecisive. All right. Let's try this again. We'll re-roll the voting. No buying votes, bro. But the tie was funny. I respect it. I respect the hustle, Yoshi. Okay, 5. Make your case for 5. I think Orangaroo make a good 5. I think Crobat probably belongs in. I mean, Crobat's good, bro. That card is really good. I think like Crobat could just be like a 5. Crobat could be any of these, but Crobat needs to be like in the middle of the pack for sure. You can't have Crobat at 10. Absolutely not. But Crobat's one of those cards that's just like forever good. Rod is definitely cringe. We'll get more rods. Who cares? There's a rod every. Rod is like Switch in my mind. Like whatever, dude. We'll get. It ain't. This card ain't even unique. Capture Energy is also insane. I agree with that. Probably Capture Energy over Orangaroo. Evo Incense and Air Balloon definitely need to be like here. Something like that. Orangaroo above Crobats. It's tough. It's not just... It's not just a matter of saying this card should be higher. All right. The recount, Scoop Up Net is winning by a lot. Stop the count. Stop the count. Marnie won this election. Marnie won this election by a lot. All right, here's the deal, though. All right. We'll do a poll. Which... All right, which card deserves the number 2 spot? Is it Marnie or is it Quickball? You go ahead and vote. Let your voices be heard. I think Powerful Colorless will not be on the top 10. I'm going to go ahead and cross this one off because Powerful Colorless is only good with Lugia, and that's such like a small... That's such a small thing that it didn't really have... If we're talking about, like, impact, then that card doesn't make the cut. Metal Saucer was also really just good with Zacian. So, I think Metal Saucer also just, like, doesn't make the cut. Galarian Zigzagoon, like... does kind of hang with the rest of these cards. Yeah, Marnie Path is a classic combo. It has to be number 2. I agree. Entire decks work because of Marnie. I mean, that's like... Marnie wins games, loses games. I mean, it is like a... Take Aurora off, we'll get another rainbow. That's what I'm saying. We get a rainbow energy every set. And this card's also only good in Lugia. You're right. Only good in Lugia. Situational. Yeah, I agree with that. Gormandized Snorlax did... If we talk about... All right, so let's talk about cards that, like... Regis slander on Aurora Energy. That's true. All right, the number 2 spot. This is a close race. We got Marnie with 55% of the vote. Quickball with 45% of the vote. Looks like Marnie's going to run away with that. Well, it's close, isn't it? I know. Isn't it crazy? Incomplete Pokedex after yesterday's stream, looking at the 2017 rotation list. Bro, there were so many broken cards on that list. There were so many broken cards on that list. So many. It's insane. Thank you, Jackson Cool, for that Prime sub. Appreciate it. All right, looks like Marnie snags it. 55 to 49. That is a close one. I mean, it is. It's close. It's close. You could make an argument for Gormandized. I think you can make an argument for Gormandized Snorlax to go like here. I think you could make an argument for Gormandized Snorlax to go, like, at least here. Maybe not as good as... But the thing is, yes, Snorlax enabled entire archetypes to exist that would not have existed otherwise. Ask yourself that question about cards like Air Balloon. No, Air Balloon's just good, right? So I think Air Balloon probably is like... I think Air Balloon's a really good 10 spot. I think Evo Incense is a really good 9 spot. Balloon is like 11th. What do you think you put over Balloon then? Training Court over Balloon? Training Court's really good. I could see that. And Training Court's also unique. I don't think Galarian Zigzagoon... Galarian Zigzagoon was like icing on the cake. It wasn't the cake itself. It was like sprinkle. Galarian Zigzagoon is like a sprinkle on top of the cake. You can eat the cake without the sprinkles. It's just better with the sprinkles, you know? Galarian Zigzagoon doesn't like make or break decks. And Goon was only good because of this card. Yes. I think Palpad, Rod, and Galarian Zigzagoon can go. Yep. So now we have 11 cards. Right. Yeah, but Arceus Aggron's not a good deck. Sorry. All right. Air Balloon is such a bad card. This list, I mean, it's funny because isn't it hilarious? Isn't it hilarious that there's no Pokemon on this list? Because power creep is so real that power creep is so real for Pokemon right now that all of the best Pokemon are printed in the last, like, handful of sets. Yeah, there's shady dealings, but, like, there's hardly any Pokemon. Because it's like the Pokemon are always just, you know, the most powerful attackers are always in the latest couple sets. Yeah, they're support, no attackers. All right, they're support Pokemon. Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's see. Crobat V and Oranguru. These two cards are like... These two cards, I think I like Capture Energy at 5. I do. I think this card is, like, very good. So, I think our top 5 is, like, pretty locked in. What do you guys think about that? We'll call them the shady dealers. Amazing Yveltal's kind of a relevant attacker, but only in one deck, though. Yeah, I think top 5 is, like, locked in. Zashi and V fell off. That card fell off. All right. I don't think Evo Incense, that card is soft. That's like a solid 9 spot. Who cares about Evo Incense? That card's stinky. All right, I could see. I don't know that I see. Okay, Oranguru. Is Oranguru only good? Is Oranguru only good because of Marnie, though? Ask yourself that. Is Oranguru's... Will Oranguru ever see play? All right. Ask yourself these questions. Will Crobat VC play an expanded format? Yes. Why? Because this is a card that's forever good. Will Oranguru ever see play in expanded format? No. Not really. Crobat's a forever good card. Gorman-Dice for certain combos, sure. When you're trying to put your Jirachi Prism Star in your prize cards, I guess. Yeah, with expanded Guru can't stop N. I think Orangaru's mid. That's what I'm kind of saying. Like in a standard format with Marnie, Orangaru was very good. But only in that situation. I think that the only reason Orangaru saw as much play as it did was because of this more powerful card. You know what I'm saying? Snorlax is tough by this logic because Beach exists. Yes, but Snorlax... So you can make the argument that Snorlax enabled entire types to exist. Snorlax enabled entire decks to exist that wouldn't otherwise exist during its time in standard format. Orangaru did not do that. Thank you, Sergeant Hound Dog, for those 100 bits. Appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like, control pretty much doesn't exist without this card. Yeah, Icky, how many Gym Leader Challenge decks? We don't play this. We don't play this card in Gym Leader Challenge because it's not very good. That's 100%. Colorless decks don't consider this to be one of the best colorless cards in Gym Leader Challenge. Charles thinks Goon was more impactful over its time than Guru. I could see that. Well, we got 11 cards on the list right now. So one card has to go. See, Jeb, that's a bad question. But a better question is how many decks play Marnie in Gym Leader Challenge? And if you're looking at decks, if you're looking at cards played in Gym Leader Challenge, it's Quick Ball number 1, Marnie number 2, and Capture Energy probably number... Or Evo Incense is like... Yeah. Evo Incense is like one of the best cards in Gym Leader Challenge because you only have so many. We have 11 cards on the list right now. You guys said that Training Court had to be above... Zigzagoon. No, Xeno, but you will see it in expanded. Right, you'll see Crobat in expanded format. You know what card you won't ever see in expanded format is the Shady Dealers. But you will see the Shady Dealers in Gym Leader Challenge, and they are some of the most broken cards in Gym Leader Challenge. So... I feel like Air Balloon is a really solid 10 card. You don't play Air Balloon in Expanded because you have Float Stone, but you will play Air Balloon in Gym Leader Challenge because it's the next best thing. Training Court. I also think Training Court's just kind of a card that's like almost forever good. I like Orangaru, like... All right. I'm starting to... I'm cooking now. I'm figuring this out. This is sauce right here. All right. What are we thinking? Evo Incense at 7, I think makes sense. It's like a forever good card. Training Court's a forever good card. Gormandai, Snorlax, and Oranguru are more niche, so that makes sense. They're more niche than these cards. These cards are forever good. These are cards you might play in 5 years. These cards, you probably will play less than these in 5 years. Air Balloon is just a weak... Air Balloon's like an honorable mention. These are like the honorable mentions. You only get 3 honorable mentions, okay? Any more than 3 honorable mentions and you're playing. You'll miss Air Balloon in Standard. I'm not going to miss Oranguru or Snorlax. Boss ain't rotating. They keep printing that thing. Air Balloon was a very impactful card during its time in Standard. I mean, it's just like it's kind of a fixture. You could always just have that card as like a switch card for Pokemon with 2 or less retreats. Big Charm better than Guru. Big Charm was big with Arceus. But outside of that, I could see Oranguru or Gormandai Snorlax. Man. Capacious Bucket. Yeah. But that's only one. It's just for water type Pokemon. Situational cards like that are less likely to make the cut. The Inteleon line, that's who the shady dealers are. My shady dealers. They're number 4. If someone can make a solid case, if someone can make a solid argument as to why any of these honorable mentions or a card not here needs to be above 9 or 10, I'll hear it. That's what I'm saying. I'll hear critiques below this line. But above the line, I'm pretty sure we've locked in. No powerful twin, speed, or aurora energy on the list because they're more situational than these cards. These cards are more impactful than those. Snorlax enabled control. So I think for that, it kind of belongs at 9. Training Court's a card that's forever good. It's a unique... Training Court is a unique game effect that any deck that uses special energy can utilize, and it'll be a card that remains relevant in the card pool for forever. Because Training Court provides a unique effect that is never... If you look for other effects in the Pokemon TCG like Training Court, there are none. There's one for Metal that lets you get 2 basic Metal energy back. And then there's one in like Neo Genesis that does this but requires that you flip a coin or something. So that's why it's number 8. And it also is just a very good card. It saw a lot of play. The impact of Guru and Snorlax was higher? I don't necessarily agree with that. I don't agree that the impact of these cards was bigger than this. This card was played for a very long time in a lot of decks. And it sees a lot of play with Radiant Greninja now as well, right? You're willing to argue that Zigzagoon deserves Guru's spot? I think that, yeah, those two. I think Galarian Zigzagoon and Oranguru. Honestly, Galarian Zigzagoon probably saw more play. I agree with that. Let's vote. Let's do a vote off, baby. Pull it off. Let's see. Who deserves the 10 spot? Zigzagoon or Oranguru? Let you guys vote, dude. Dang, bro! Oranguru getting bodied! Zigzagoon is mostly good because of Scoop Up Net. That's true. That's true. However, as a counterpoint to that, Arceus decks played Galarian Zigzagoon without... Arceus decks played Zigzagoon without Scoop Up Net. Well, some of them did. Arceus Beabrel decks, some of them played a Zigzagoon. Goon was played in ADP decks without net as well, yes. Just a math fixer. Yoshi says Goon was a gold star back in the day. Denteric says Oranguru was used in 18 of the top 32 decks in Arlington, Zigzagoon in 3. That's because they were all Lugia decks, right? We are waiting somewhat for recency bias. Yeah, Oranguru does see play in Lugia decks now. But Zigzagoon saw play in Palkia decks just a format ago. And it still sees play in Lost Box decks. And Guru was played to stop Marnie. Yeah. Zigzagoon was cut before Monkey and Lost Box. You're spitting. That's true. The Zigzagoon was cut before the Monkey. Zigzagoon was a menace in Jolteon. It's true. However, if you ask yourself which card has the potential to see play in expanded format, Zigzagoon will win that. I think Zigzagoon is a better card in expanded than Oranguru is. Zigzagoon, I would say that Zigzagoon saw more play throughout the entirety of its legality, because Galarian Zigzagoon was good from the time it was printed all the way until now. So you say, like, yes, there are only, so many decks that played Zigzagoon at Arlington. However, Zigzagoon was played the entire time, and Oranguru was not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Guru is a tech for Marnie, I'd say. Zigzagoon is just good in a vacuum. Somewhere Tord Reclev just got... Somewhere Tord Reclev feels sick and he doesn't know why. He's like, whoa, what just happened? Whoa. Crobat is a good card. That card's broken. All right, here we are. Oh, would you look at that? There's a Crobat V in here. The North American International Championship winning list Crobat V just a few months ago. Oh, look, there's a Galarian Zigzagoon here. You know what card I don't see? A Rangaroo. There are 3 incense in every deck I pull out. That's true. It's true. Which is why incense is right here. You don't see Snorlax either. It's true. So then what you're saying is we should put Zigzagoon above Snorlax? I don't hate it. I don't hate it. Yeah, Zigzagoon is climbing, bro. Keep him going. Damage modifiers are just good. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. Listen, I'm not kicking Snorlax off the list. I'm keeping Snorlax on the list because Snorlax enabled entire decks to exist that would not exist otherwise, but Oranguru did not do that. Whoever even uses training cord, up we go. Well, all right. Zigzagoon or training court? Thank you, King J, for that Prime sub in the year. Bud Light Razor, was Crobat V only used in the list for Crobat VMAX, or was Crobat VMAX played because it already wanted a Crobat V? Sander. All right, Snorlax haters. Yeah, bro. You're like, there's no Snorlax in those lists. It's right here. Biggest tournament of the year. Bro, literally right here. Brandon says, I can't decide between Zig and Court. I know, that's why we're all here talking about it. All right, Court is running away with it. All right, so Zigzagoon dominated Oranguru in that vote off. But Zigzagoon seems to have hit an impassable wall here with training courts. I'd agree. The top 8 is comfortably ahead. I agree with that. Training Court's one of those cards that's just like... Court stands at crazy. Court's a mid-card budget variety. Bohome put Zig up against Capture and see what happens? Absolutely not. Capture's way better. Court was so good you didn't want to give it to your opponents. True. Because it can change the game. An extra energy here, extra energy there can change the game. And it's a path counter. It's like, the thing about Court is like, all right, it's multifunctional. Whereas a card like Rod gets you back Pokemon and energy, and you have to have Pokemon in the discard pile to be able to use it effectively. It's like Court is like you put it into play, it's a stadium counter, and it gets you energy back. And if it stays in play, it could get you more energy back. I mean, it could get you 3-4 energy back. All right, Training Court won that one. Nah, Snorlax stays. Snorlax stays because Snorlax enabled an entire type to exist, an entire type of deck to exist that wouldn't have existed otherwise. Whereas Air Balloon is just kind of like Air Balloon is replaceable. I mean, it's easily replaceable. You've got cards like U-Turn Board, you've got cards like a skateboard, you've got cards like Floatstone. You get an Air Balloon clone every block. And I'm sure we're going to get another one. You know? And in expanded format, Air Balloon will never see play. Because there are just better cards. Thank you, Endorse, for the Prime sub in the 3 months. So that's one of the things that keeps these cards here. Is like you ask yourself, you know, how much play do they see in their lifetime in Standard, and then how much play will they see after they rotate in other formats? Yeah, Snorlax just entirely made an archetype possible that wasn't possible otherwise. So that's why it is not moving. So I think we just have our list. That was good though. That was good because we opened it up, and I think we had a nice discussion about why Galarian Zigzagoon deserves to be on this list. And then not only did it sneak into the 10, it also snuck up to number 9. So I like that. Jackson Cole says some random card printed 20 years ago is better than this terrible stadium. Not once in my life have I seen an energy from discard rated this high. It's absurd. You people are just wrong. Get better. I can't tell if trolling or... First of all, your run-on sentence didn't make a lot of sense. Yeah. Your run-on sentence had so many grammatical things. It's minor troll. You just love Zigzagoon. All right. That's fine. Thank you, Shadowfax, for the Prime sub. Right, yeah. You guys can't see. Top 10 cards will lose with the rotation. That's sorry. The title's up here. Training court. Dang, we got some training court haters out here. Training court just smashed Galarian Zigzagoon in a vote. It smashed it. It wasn't close. It smashed it. Twin is just knockoff double colorless energy. Who cares? We lose a lot in rotation, but dude, I showed you guys yesterday when we were scrolling through my YouTube archives and what inspired us to make this list in the first place. Bro, the 2017 rotation list was nuts. I think this is easier. Come on, I know you got it. Winners and losers. Oh, we're so close. Come on. There we go. Okay. Deck of the year 2022. These were just the... This was on... Bro. Dang, man, it really doesn't like the screen capture. What the heck? This was on the honorable mention. Rotration. Double Dragon Energy was honorable mention, dude. Honorable mention. Yeah, because look at this list. 10 was Skyfield. Skyfield was number 10. This is the weakest card on the list, but it's fine. It was a meta mainstay. That's fine. Vespa Queen. All right. This is when the list really starts to get fire. Teammates. Forest of Giant Plants. Trainer's Mail. This was rotation 2017, bro. Hex Maniac. Literally boss's orders. Literally Shaman EX. And Versus Seeker. These were the cards we were losing in 2017. You lose. Imagine learning how to play with Versus Seeker and then having 3 banned cards. There are 3 banned cards on that list. You think we got any banned cards on this list? No, probably not. Yeah, no, absolutely not. Nothing even close. Dude. Versus Seeker, Shaman. I mean, Shaman is literally just like, it's literally this card, but as many as you want. I mean, that's... Sheesh. Actual boss's orders. Hex Maniac, one of the strongest supporters ever printed. Trainer's Mail? Honestly, Trainer's Mail, in hindsight, is one of the best item cards ever printed. It really is. This is one of the best item cards in the history of the game. It's nuts. This is literally Stellar Wish on an item. Yeah, it's like Stellar Wish Jirachi on an item card that you could just play as many as you wanted. It's so insane. Forest of Giant Plants? Man! Oh! That's nuts! That's insane! Forest of Giant Plants was in a format with, like, Revitalizer. Forest is almost as good as Turffield. It's true, man. It's true. And then Teammates, dude. Teammates is so broken. This card sees play in like every Gym Leader Challenge deck. Like almost every single one. Because it's just nuts. You get a card knocked out, you go get 2 cards out of your deck. Now, it is way better in formats that have single prize Pokemon. During the VMAX and Tag Team era, this card would not have been as good. Because when you lose after getting 2 knockouts, your opportunity to play Teammates is like very low. Funny thing is people were hating on Teammates. What's hilarious is that I did not play Teammates in my 9th place World Championship Night March deck. I didn't play Teammates in Night March. That's because I was asleep, bro. I was asleep. I hadn't been woken up yet. You know what card I played instead of Teammates in my Night March deck? Colress. Yeah, I was a bigger... I was like, why would I get 2 cards out of my deck when I could just draw 10? Kind of spitting, though. Honestly, I was kind of right in some ways. Like, why get 2 cards when I can get 10? I'll just get the 2 cards I want when I draw 10. Yeah. So basically, I had a choice between 1 Teammates and 1 Colress, and I played Colress instead. Because Shuffle Draw 10 is broken. Do you know what it feels like to have 10 cards in your hand? My argument was, there are turns where I want more than 2 cards. I want like 3 or 4, and I'm going to draw all of them with Colress. Which is not terrible logic. Anyways, yeah. So I'm happy with this list. That's good. Top 10 cards we lose with Rotation, Scoop Up Net, Marnie, Quick Ball, Shady Dealers, Capture Energy, Crobat V, Evo Incense, Training Court, Galarian Zigzagoon, Gorman Dice Snorlax, Honorable Mentions. Send it. I know, the Dream Colress for 16. That was fun. If you like drawing 10 cards in Standard, just play Brandon. True. You could just do that. I can't believe Skyfield. Double Dragon. To be fair, this card has gotten better since... This card has gotten better since 2017. This card was like good back then, but it got better. Obviously, as they continue printing more dragons, this card got better and better and better. You know, with time. But at its time, this card is only as good as the dragons that exist, you know? And over time, they've insisted on printing more and more broken dragons. It was only really... Exactly. It was only really good with Giratina EX back then. Yeah. Yeah, it was like... It was okay. It was okay. Cool. Let's play some cards. That was fun, though. That was a fun way to do that. I don't know that I've ever done a top 10 list with chat before. That was fun. Tyrantrum EX, true. Well, that's the cool thing too. Is anybody that's like a little treat for anybody who watches the VOD channel on YouTube. You know, if you want to see how the sausage is made, you could just watch the VOD channel and you could watch it all get hashed out there. And then, you know, eventually I liked how I did it in 2017 with the real cards. I'll probably go get, you know, I'll probably get these 10 real cards and do like you know, do like a top 10 list by hand. It's more fun when it's by hand. The lazy way to do it would be to pull up all the cards on the Pokemon trading card game online. I am definitely not doing that because, my God, we spend enough time looking at this. We spend enough time looking at this godforsaken clients. No, not that godforsaken clients. Just this godforsaken clients. There are multiple. Yes. Yes, there's more than one godforsaken clients. All right, what were we doing? Yesterday we were working on Regis. I feel like it's been too long since we've done a Reggie video. Let's take a look at my Reggie list. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. I know you're here. I seen you. There it is. Okay. All right, man. I like 4 scoop up nets. And I like 4 shoes and 4 rods. I understand we don't have any Gus card in here right now. Well, RGB voices. Today is a new day. Today is a new day, and the content calls. I know, Serena is good. There's no Gust in here. I probably want... Do we need the 3 Gigas and the 3 Regieleki? Are enough people playing? Nah, -1 Rod? Dude, that's so sus. You just lose games all the time because you run out of Pokemon. I agree, Lost City use is down. There we go. There's our space. If we want to lose to Lost City. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Yeah. No balloon is sus? Yeah, all right, sure. I'll give you 1 balloon as a treat. Arheeb! With the 10 gifties! Let's get some hype going in the chat for Arheeb. 163 total gifts so far to the channel. Welcome all the new subs. Thank you so much, Arheeb. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you. Appreciate you, Arheeb. A boss's orders? We've got room for 1 boss's orders or 1 Serena. I think boss's orders is fine. That way you can knock out the Manaphy if you want to. Or the Dunsparce. You're right, Will. You'll never see the boss when you need it. I know, which is why it's not in here. But what if you do see it when you need it? Did you consider that? Did you consider that? I feel like if we're not playing... One out of 25 games, the boss do go hard. Right. I feel like... Cut the balloon? Trevor says you need the balloon. Cut a steel? For a heavy ball is the only thing I'd cut a steel for. I think I'm like a huge 4-net stan. I don't feel like you need this. But now we don't have... Oh, we have 60 cards. It's 60. Well, that's the thing. All right, so is Lost City being played right now or no? I mean, if it's not being played, then 2 Gigas and 2 Alecki is good. If it is being played, then it's sus. Only in Mew, right. So you could play a 3rd Gigas if you wanted to. And we'd have to just cut the air balloon. Send it. I'm always kind of mad when I have bad Alecki in play. The fact that it can't attack the active is insulting. That always made me very upset. All right. Well, let's go. Looks like I'm up against Mew VMAX with Regis. I've got a pretty solid opening hand with Reggie Drago, Trekking Shoes, Twin Energy. Do we want this Scoop Up Net? Sure. Could grab the Scoop Up Net. Or we could just keep it pushing. No, yeah. Wow, that's not exactly a good card to have. It's fine. We'll go Twin Energy here, Choice Belt here. Quick Ball away this guy and go get the steel. Take a look. We've got the rock. We've got the ice. Everything's looking good. And since we got the Drago in our hand, we can easily just retreat into this guy and Dragon's Horde for 3. And we find some really nice cards. We'll pass. And I like what we got going on here. Research off of the Dragon's Horde was excellent. We can research next turn, and the Reggie Drago was definitely the card to keep over Reggie Alecki because this Reggie Drago may very well get knocked out this upcoming turn. As we see, my opponent is playing the Meloetta version of this deck. So if my opponent is able to Lost Zone this Reggie Drago turn 1, that would be tough. They have Forest Sealstone. They have the turn 1 attack. They're going for Pokemon Catcher again. I think they want this Gigas with the Choice Belt. That would be my suspicion. Cramomatic Heads. They do need a switch, and they have their V-Star power. So now with Cramomatic Heads and their V-Star power, they can go get any 2 cards they want out of the deck. They need the switch, and then might be worth it to Lost City this Regidrago if that's what they're going for. I mean, that would be a very good way to put this game away and just win. Yeah, there's the Lost City, because then if they gust and knock out... If they gust and knock out my other Regidrago with a Lost City, I'm going to be having a bad time. Yeah. But that's okay. We're doing fine. Now, I don't have any energy in my discard pile. And I do play 3 Regigigas in the deck. So there's some motivation to just send up the Gigas, I think, since it's probably the easiest one to attack with, and also doesn't care about Lost City as much as some of the other cards. I could also send up Regieleki, because it's got a lower retreat cost, but I think I'm going to send up the Gigas. And here's Regidrago. Put that onto Registeel and research. We do not really find a whole lot here. Let's see. I've got, well, okay. I have it. I have the attack with Regigigas, thankfully, but I don't have the counter stadium. Oh, God. Or a scoop up net. So, that's bad. So we're going to have to go digging. But I can't go digging because I can't speed lightning here, because in order to attack, I need to attach to the Regigigas. So I'm not in a good spot. We're just kind of in a bad spot. Yes. Let's quick ball away the Aurora Energy and go get Mr. Ice. Okay. And then I've got 3 in the discard pile. Ancient Wisdom to the active. And then attach Speed Lightning Energy. And I have to Gigaton Break. Yeah, this is pretty... Well, I guess there's this. Like, if they do... The plus side of going in with Regigigas here is if they gust up and knock out my Regidrago, I do get to take 3 prizes on their Mew VMAX. So that's good. So they might be incentivized to knock out my Regigigas instead, which is fine, because I've got more Regigigas in the deck. So they probably want to Lost Zone my Regigigas, because gusting up the Regidrago is kind of sketchy. Though, you know, that could also be very good. If they gust up the Regidrago, I get more prizes with the Gigas, and then I have to manually attach, and they have to not gust while I manually attach, which is possible with Path to the Peak in the deck. It's possible for me to win that way, because I could Marnie Path them, potentially stick them, and then manually attach to a benched Pokemon while I build up a game-winning knockout. So it's certainly possible to win if they gust the Regidrago that turn, especially since I've got the choice-belted Regigigas all ready to go. Now, this hand right here is not particularly great. And they are just going to Technoblast, Lost Zone my Regigigas. If I can get this knockout, I should kind of just win. So that's the hope. We find research. So it's definitely just a research angle. We need to see as many cards as possible. So let's send it. And this is a very poor collection of cards in my hand. Okay. Alrighty then. That's fine. We've got Path. And I can Rod. the Regieleki back in. And I know now that I have prized... I could at least swing with the Regidrago if I draw into... So we'll do that. And then Dragon's Horde. Oh, yeah. And this is the danger. Is like now we might just lose. Second Lost City, game over. Yep. And we'll scoop. That's bad, dude. That's real bad. I think the Meloetta version is like very unfavorable for us. With Meloetta being able to take a knockout. Yeah. Meloetta and 2 Lost City, it's bad. It's bad. Because they can go with a single prizer and lost zone one of your guys. All right, we're up against Mew VMAX with our Regi deck. We've got a pretty solid opening hand, and I might be able to just stick them with a quick path to the peak. Sick. All right, cool. Yeah, that was good. Thank you, Jay Yatica, for the 5 months. Appreciate you. Dang, bro. Yeah, Meloetta Mew is bad news for Regis for sure. That's not great. I also missed my path on like a turn that I really needed it. Okay, let's go. We're up against Lugia V-Star with the Regi deck. We've got a pretty decent opening hand, actually. With the Twin Energy, I can retreat Regieleki into Regidrago and use its Dragon Horde ability to refill my hand. Holy smokes, they play Greedent VMAX. That is not something that I was expecting to see today. We'll quick ball away the gift energy, and we'll go get Regidrago. And then we've got the path. And then we can... You know what? Let's just get rid of the whole hand. Yep, Ultra Ball it all the way. And we'll go get the Gigas. Retreats, and I would love to find a draw supporter. We did not find a draw supporter, unfortunately. But that's fine. We'll find one next turn. Okay. So we pass. Also, this path is totally sticking them. They're not going to do anything to that path. There's no way they have a counter stadium. I couldn't even fathom my opponent having a counter stadium in a moment like this. Why in the world would they have the counter stadium? They wouldn't. See, all they can do is read the wind. Called shot, easy peasy. Now we ugly. Ultra Ball away these. And go get Mr. Ice. Capture energy for Mr. Rock. Dragon's Horde. To draw 4. Still no supporter card. That's fine. This deck is very consistent. Wow. What a consistent deck we have. I for one can't believe how consistent this deck is. All right. That's fine. We're going to Regis and attach the energy to Regidrago. Choice belt here. And pass. That's cool. We've got the gift energy. So if my opponent knocks out the Regidrago, we're cooking. That's all we need. Surely they will take the bait. Just like they didn't have a counter stadium. Just like their Pumpkaboo is prized. And they can't bump that path to the peak. Yeah, they're going to be... They're not doing anything. This path shutting the whole operation down. Definitely. Right now, they're just trying to figure out what card they want to read the wind away while they give me another turn to play. Because... And the crazy thing is I can't even do anything if they don't attack me. I mean, what am I doing? I've got Dragon's Horde for maybe one card if I top deck a playable card. Serena, they can draw some more. They've got their Greedent VMAX. If my opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out. If your opponent's basic Pokemon is knocked out by damage from this attack, take 2 more prize cards. But, like, okay, so I guess 4 strong energy or powerful colorless energy, right? So 4, that's 80. It's 110. It's not even enough. It's not even enough to knock any of my guys out. All right, we get the research. Sick. Okay. Well, we have not seen any rainbow or any aurora energies or anything like that. There's 1. But we need more than that in order to attack. Get rid of this. Discard this. Quick ball away. This. Man, bro. Yeah, well, Dragon's Horde. I can attack with the Gigas, but what's the point? I mean, I guess. I guess there's a point. You're softening it up. Yeah. I wanted the one-hit KO, though, you know? But yeah, there was no chance of us getting it. Okay. All right, we'll pass. That's true. You definitely just have to... Yeah, you're right. You just have to take the Regigigas attack when you can. That makes sense. Just take what you can get, right? Yeah, I should have attached the Aurora to the Gigas and then just attacked with it. And then I also saved the Regidrago, which would have been fine. That's true, that's true. Oh, yeah, there's nothing my opponent can do about this. Our Regirock's going to knock out that thing in one hit. They don't have Dunsparce. They don't have Stadiums. They can't even do 120 damage with this thing. I don't know what they're thinking. Oh, Collapse Stadium. Oh, my. Brother. You're killing me. This is why this deck's unplayable, because of that card right there. But I guess if at least I had attacked with Regigigas, it'd be a 2-hit KO. That, oh, no, it wouldn't, because they'd be knocking out my Regigigas. So it's fine. No, I shouldn't be out of peaks. Oh my gosh, we have 3 in the discard pile. Ah! Arson Hale? No, it's not. What's going on, Arson Hale? How you doing? All right, they swing for 110. It's not a knockouts. But I see what they're getting at. Okay. We'll track. We desperately need a stadium card. We'll draw. We need to draw more, so that's fine. And we're still not there. So now that's fine. Man, this deck is... Oh, this deck is something. All right, fine. Well, Marnie. Okay, we do not find a stadium card. Not ideal. Yeah, there's like no chance. It's just all bad. I don't even know where my... I don't know where my other stadium is. This collapse, this single collapse stadium is just gonna destroy us. Static Shock for 50, baby. JW and Riley were trying to convince me to play Regis for Arlington. And I told them absolutely not. Now, I know I also am not, like, I'm not very proficient with the deck, but that's because I've invested no time into getting proficient with this deck because I think it's terrible. I know that there's a lot you could do to get a lot better at being a Regis player, but I also think that it's not worth trying to be a Regis player because I think this deck is a terrible pile. For tournaments. I do sleep on the Regis. I am napping on the Regis. I'm knocked out on the Regis. I can't do it, man. All right, sick. Somehow somehow I'm still playing. Oh my god. Okay, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. We can do it. This deck is like a certifiable pile. It should be illegal for a deck to be this bad. I have the Gus KO on loot. I know, but I guess I'm like so tilted that I'm just trying to knock out this Greedence. I should have just Gust KO'd Lugia. I'm so tilted at this point, though, that I'm like, I'm just playing like a buffoon, honestly. It's like I can't even... Yeah, man, I think it's about time we just put this deck away. Like, I know... Yeah, man. I know I'm not playing it well, but, like, also, the deck just bothers me to no end. All right. We'll give it one more try. All right, no more misplays, though. We're going to play good. Yeah, there's 4 path in there. Yeah. I don't think there's a deck in Standard that I dislike more than the Regis. All right, game time, gamers. We're up against Lost Box with Regis. We've got an extremely mediocre opening hand, but we can work with this. Gift energy on the Regidrago and pass. And then next turn, I can Marnie. And you know what? Lost Box decks hate being Marnied. So, I'm thrilled about that. They've got Manaphy. I don't like that. But that's okay. Manaphy is going to stop my Regieleki from taking bonus prize cards on Comfy. But all I really need to do in this matchup is start the trade and then hang on for dear life. Because they shouldn't be able to stack damage against us, especially with 4 Scoop Up Net in the deck. And hopefully, I can get an attack off relatively quickly. But looking at this opening hand with not all of my Regis present and no Aurora energies might be a little bit difficult to do. P-Boy Floyd in the chat says, Azul says that all losses with Regis is 100% due to misplays. Do I care to comment? If that were the case, then Azul or Tord would have just been Arlington Regional Champion with Reggie, right? But the deck is also an inconsistent pile. So I'd say that has something to do with it. In fact, there were no Regis in top 8s of Arlington. Because the deck is inconsistent. Yeah, we'll take it. All right. Cool. Do that. But it's, you know, it's everybody's favorite inconsistent pile. When it works, it's brilliant. There was one Reggie in top 8. That's true. That's true. I forgot about that. One Reggie did make top 8s. I'll take it back. Whoop! Cool. Looks like we're passing. Oh, Lost Box Zamazenta. That is some spice. Look at that. Amazing shield. Get one hit KOs on all those Eternatus VMAX. There you go. The standard decks that I have left to make videos on for this format are like Regis and Arceus Duraludon. And like Eternatus VMAX. I mean, I'm not totally opposed to I'm not totally opposed to giving Eternatus. That's a rough time right there, right? You see what I'm saying, dude? Yeah, man, I ain't gonna keep up this charade with Regis. This deck is a total pile. Yeah. Nah, dude. Regis are terrible. All right, let's go play a more fun deck. Okay. We really doing this? We should look at probably Frank's list, huh? Oh, God. I think Frank said all of his losses were to Lugia attacks. So sick. All right, guys. This is going to be sick. Hisui and Sneasler? So sick. All right, I can't get behind Crobat VMAX, though. All right, Crobat VMAX does hit and run, though. I can't. Oh, my God. The Crobat VMAX has to be bad, right? You know, Shadowless Squad, we became friends just by competing in the same area. Riley and JW were both from Columbus, and I was from Akron. So we would see each other at tournaments a lot. And the rest is history. Crobat VMAX. Holy smokes, dude. This cannot go well. 7 energy. All right, I'm about that 4 Marnie, 3 Judge, though. What the heck? Aren't there 3 full art judges? All right, Ultra Ball and Quick Ball. Trekking shoes. Okay. 3 switch, 2 dark patch. This is going to be ill, dude. Look how gold this deck is. Ordinary Rod. Four Sealstone. Oh, yeah. This is so gnarly. Parasol. And 3 Temple of Sinnoh. Oh, yeah, baby. This is going to be disastrous. Here we are. All right, guys, what do you think? Prediction. Will I win? Game 1. Eternatus. Woo-wee! Eternatus VMAX. All right, we're getting our gamer stance going. Oh, man. Gotta stretch. I'm dialed in. We're winning this one. Flawless plays from here on out. We need it. Man, look how sick this deck is. Oh, yeah. I don't see how this deck loses a single game. Holy moly. This deck is broken. All right, I'm up against Mew VMAX, and I've got a really solid opening hand. Coughing, front and center, can ascend into Wheezing. I've also got Drapion V, if I care to take a turn 1 knockout on Mew or something like that. We've got Eternatus, Radiant Sneasler, Forest Sealstone, Crobat. My goodness, I mean, this is as good as an opening hand could possibly get with the Eternatus deck. I am incredibly impressed right now. And up against Mew VMAX, this should be one of our best matchups. Not only do we hit them for weakness with Eternatus VMAX, we also have Drapion V in here, because why not? You know? You might as well. It's a Dark-type Pokemon, can just sit on the bench and help power up Eternatus VMAX's Dread End attack. And it takes a knockout against Mew VMAX for free. So, we'll see what they're able to cook up on the first turn. They've got a Fusion Strike Energy going on to Meloetta. And since this is the Fusion Strike build of Mew VMAX, they can use that Fusion Strike Energy and attach it to Genesect. And with the Fusion Strike Energy attached to Genesect, it will still be able to use its Fusion Strike system ability to draw cards. Yo, and the Marnie. Woo-wee! Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. I think, do you just want to take a turn 1 knockout with Drapion? I'm kind of into that, honestly. We could just say, you know, who needs this? Let's just go in and pop the Mew turn 1. That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's just do that. And then 4 Sealstone on the Eternatus. We're going to Crobat for... Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. And then I kind of got everything that I need in this hand right now. Eternatus VMAX, Serena. I mean, yeah, this hand is kind of nuts. So I'm just going to Dynamic Tail. And I'm going to smack my own Sneasler. There we go. 380 damage. And that's about as good as of a turn 1 as we could hope for. That's so insane. This is so good. Yeah. So we just knock them out. And I've got Eternatus with a Forest Seal Stone attached to it right now. And Ultra Ball and Serena in hand. So what I was thinking is that they have to knock out Drapion. They just have to. They can't really afford to ignore the Drapion. And we've only got 2 Eternatus VMAX in the list, so rather than Marnie my whole hand away, I decided it'd be better to just hold the Eternatus VMAX. Because check this out. I've got Eternatus VMAX, Serena, and Ultra Ball for Crobat. I can just bring up the Mew and knock it out. So that's what we're going for this turn. We're going to evolve into Eternatus. We're going to bench a Galarian Zigzagoon. And with the Galarian Zigzagoon, we can put 10 damage on a Genesect because I can't actually put any damage on the Mew. Then we're going to Ultra Ball away Marnie and Ultra Ball. That's fine. And I'm going to go get a Crobat. This matchup's nuts. It's so good. And we'll draw some cards. We missed the Darkness Energy. So I could V-Star for it to go knock out the Mew. That's checkmate, really. So that's just what we're going to do. Let's use Eternatus with a V-Star power that gets whatever it wants out of the deck. That's like a dream come true. It's like exactly what I always wanted. That's crazy. Then we're going to use Serena. And we're going to bring up your Mew VMAX. Hey, how about that? That's crazy. Yeah. And then I guess I will just, knock out your fella. That seems cool. I do want to make sure that I have a little bit of a backup plan if I need it, but I guess I don't need it. We're actually cool. Let's just take this out. Take the knockout, 420 damage. And we'll take our 3 prize cards. And I don't need a backup plan because there's no way that my opponent can knock out this Eternatus VMAX. I just removed a Fusion Strike energy from their board. So they cannot do base 280. They can do base 210. But I guess, okay, base 210 with a Choice Belt, it's base 240. And if they play all 4 power tablets, okay, all right. I don't want to say it's impossible, because it's kind of possible. If they get all 4 power tablets with the last fusion energy and the Choice Belt, they can do it. So then I don't have a backup plan. And that's the thing, is like, I kind of knew that there wasn't really a way to build up a backup plan. I guess the backup plan would be that I have to find... Okay, I do have a backup plan. I can find the Ordinary Rod, and I can put the Drapion back into the deck. So that could be how we do it. And that's if my opponent is able to find all 4 power tablets and their last fusion energy this turn. They have to do that. Oh, and I forgot this deck plays Dark Patch. Yeah. So we could win with Dark Patch as well. Looks like they ain't got it like that. So they got a boss's orders. Yeah. That's fine. They ain't got it like that. Dark Patch would have been sick. It feels like there's no way we can lose this matchup. It's like our whole deck is built to beat you. Like, we got so many different angles. We've got Eternatus VMAX angle. We've got Wheezing angle. And they just have to gust and knock out the Crobat. And that is GG's. I've only got 1 prize card remaining. That's the reason I wanted to save the... I wanted to save my V-Star power just in case I needed it. But we missed the energy, so... Dread End. That'll take it. 360 damage. Eternatus VMAX! Back on top, baby. Let's go. Never thought I'd see the day. Let's go. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yo, let's go. Eternatus VMAX. Now that's a deck. That's a deck right there. You guys think Eternatus VMAX get its own video? Man, it's been so long. No, this is Frank 60. Frank had a really good list. I like it. Yeah. Yeah, that's 1/3 of the video right there. We're so close. All right, this is going to be another Mew VMAX deck. Trust. Not quite. We're up against Lost Box with Eternatus. They've got Cramorant. I've got Big D in the active spots. Galarian Weezing and Marnie in our hands. We can Ultra Ball for a Coughing and attach the Darkness Energy to it. Then I would just have to find a switch in order to get Coughing into the active spots and hopefully slow my opponent down with Galarian Weezing's neutralizing gas ability. If we can get Coughing and a Darkness Energy into the active spot this turn, we can ascend into Weezing, get the turn 1 ability lock going second. Curious to see what kind of Lost Box deck my opponent is playing. So far, they've got Comfey and Cramorant, pretty usual suspects. Radiant Greninja tells me it's not a Radiant Charizard build, so probably more like the Lightning Kyogre kind of build that we're rocking with. Let's trek first, and we don't need the Zigzagoon. We find another Ultra Ball. Another Ultra Ball is actually pretty good because what we can do is... can I actually Ultra Ball 2 cards out of this hand? Not really. I can Ultra Ball away the Zigzagoon and the Rod for Crobat. And then, or I could Ultra Ball away both of these for Crobat. That's fine. And then Rod them back in. And then we can draw. And then I'm looking for Coughing. Put those guys back into the deck. And then Crobat for 3. We find Trekking Shoes. We'll take you. Little goober. Darkness Energy. And then Ultra Ball away these. And go get... We want Eternatus, another Coughing. We'll get another Coughing. And then Marnie. We're looking for a switch. Come on. No dice. All right, that's fine. We've got another Coughing. And we're going to pass. And then next turn, we want to try and set up as many Weezing as we can. We see now it is the amazing Rayquaza version of Lost Box, which is cool. They can use Rayquaza's amazing burst attack, which does 80 damage times the amount of different energy you discard from Rayquaza. Judge should be pretty good against the Lost Box deck. This deck does play a lot of hand disruption cards. We got 4 Marnie and 3 Judge. Temple Sinnoh will be pretty much useless against this deck, as it should play all basic energy to power up Rayquaza's amazing burst attack. Now, the nice thing about this is that they have to discard the energy every time they attack, so that's okay. We'll quick ball away Temple of Sinnoh. And I'm going to thin an Eternatus out of my deck and quick ball away Eternatus and fail it. Then we're going to Crobat. And we are looking for switch, baby. Can we find a switch? I think I'm going to Ultra Ball away these cards. That's fine. Go get a Galarian Weezing. And I'll Dark Patch to my other Weezing. Attach an energy here and Judge. And I'm attaching an energy to the Drapion. Nice. We find the Forest Seal Stone. I was going to say, worst case scenario, I'll retreat this thing if I have to, but would prefer not to, obviously. And then we've got the Forest Seal Stone. So we'll do that. My goodness. V-Star powers are really good. Let's get one of those switches. Switch into Weezing, and it's severe poison time. They've only got 3 cards in the Lost Zone, which is pretty good for us. And being able to Marnie or Judge every turn of the game is pretty disgusting. I'm definitely thrilled about that. Lost Box decks hate to have their hand set to 4 cards every turn of the game, and that's exactly what this deck is trying to do. They do have Boss's Orders, though. Unfortunate. They probably only play 2 Boss's Orders, maybe even 1 in that deck. So having the boss there is tough, but it's okay. That means they can't Colress this turn. They were only able to get 1 more card in the Lost Zone so far. But they do have switch cards, which heals the Comfey. That's annoying. They can go into this Comfey, which has an air balloon, to get their 5th card into the Lost Zone. And it is Raikou V that they are tossing. And we'll see. You know, if they come up with Rayquaza and knock out a Weezing, that's fine. I do think evolving into Crobat VMAX is probably smart, because then I can start to hit and run these things, which is cool. I do find that Darkness Energy, so that's solid. We can retreat and poison with Weezing, so we're going to do that. We don't have free retreats with Weezing. So, you know, the hit and run with Crobat is decent. But we also have prized our Hisuian Sneasler. So we're only doing so much damage with poison throughout the game. They do find a Colress off of that Marnie, so they're going to be able to get to 7 cards in the Lost Zone. If they find a Mirage Gate off of that, then they are going to be good to accelerate energy onto Rayquaza. And there we are. Yes, Mirage Gates. And then we're hoping that for the rest of the game, they do not have any more Gust. That's the big thing. No more Gust. If you Amazing Burst this Weezing, we just want you to waste your resources trying to do that. I only got 3 Weezing in the deck, so, you know, hopefully they can't chew through all of those. We'll set up Eternatus. I think that's fine. Attach here, and Serena. Discard the Quick Ball. Okay. And we will Severe Poison. Let's do it. I've got Eternatus. No draw supporter, though. At this point, we are pretty low on resources in the deck. Like very low on resources. Got 4 darkness energy down. There are 7 in the deck total. So 4, 5, 6, 7. These are all the darkness energy in my deck. We got 1 hiding darkness energy still at large and 1 dark patch. So we can really only afford to power up maybe 1 more. Yeah, these switch cards are killing me too. Because they heal. We've got Eternatus VMAX. And we'll attach an energy to Eternatus. I think Eternatus is the better attacker than Crobat. And Severe Poison. At least we are getting a knockout on this Comfy. But it does look like they're stalled out a little bit. Here's Radiant Sneasler. If they had a Mirage Gate in their hand, I think they would play it. But they do not. They probably play 4 Mirage Gates. Wow, they've got this guy? Well, that's not good. That guy can definitely knock out Eternatus or Crobat VMAX. We find Marnie, but I don't want to play it. So I'm just going to Severe Poison. And thankfully with the Radiant Sneasler, it is going to get knocked out coming back into my turn. So that's really good. The Radiant Sneasler is really fixing the math. They find Colress's Experiment. So they could dig 5 cards deeper. Probably want to find a switch and a Mirage Gate. Knock out my other Weezing. Huh. Do they find it? Now that they've played Colress's Experiment, it's also, this guy is a reader. Okay. If you have more prize cards remaining in your opponent, 160 damage. Still not a knockout on Eternatus, dude. That's crazy. We find Dark Patch, which is big. That is big. That is big. Now, they didn't play a Mirage Gate or anything, so I think I still don't Marnie them because their hand still seems kind of bad. So we only have 1 more energy left in the deck. It should be hiding darkness energy. So I guess I'll save this Dark Patch. There's really no reason to waste it now. I've got a switch in my hands. And Galarian Weezing is rocking that sweet 2-hit KO with Severe Poison. I guess it's kind of like a 1-hit KO. All right, they Colress for another Colress. Fine. So now they should find Mirage Gates. They should. It's possible that they've prized 1 or 2. And then also they did throw some energy back into their deck, so they could be hitting their energy off of these Colresses. And not being able to Comfy to dig even deeper is not great for them. So they got Escape Rope. They're breaking the lock. I think here we send up Coughing. Yeah. I think we send up Coughing. I don't think that we actually want to give them a multi-prize Pokemon, and I don't think that we want to give them this Weezing, and I don't think we want to give them this Sneasler. And we've got another Coughing in our hand, so that's fine. The Dark Patch, that'll work. They've only got 6 cards left in the deck, so they are very low on resources at this point. They've got the Rayquaza built up, and the Zygarde. And Scoop Up Net. Here's Zygarde. We'll easily take a knockout on the Coughing. So then my thought is that I could just knock out the Zygarde with like Eternatus. And the reason I sent up Coughing is because I could send up Eternatus. If they knock out the Eternatus, then they waste all their energies, and then I'm still in a winning situation, I think. It's definitely not a send up Wheezing into Zygarde situation. It's definitely a send up Eternatus and knock out the Zygarde situation. And then Marnie. And I don't want to put any other cards down, because I don't want to deck out. We find our Hiding Darkness energy, which is great. And let's just Dread End. Cool. So we'll do that. Take our prize. We find Quick Ball. And they send up Rayquaza. They've only got 6 cards left in deck. In order to knock out this thing, they can Raihan. That'll get them to 4 energy. But then they're about to, like, unload every energy in their deck, right? To take 3 prizes. There's Training Court. That's good. So they can get up to, what, 8 times 5? 400 damage. It's crazy. And they've got Snorlax. Okay. They've only played 2 Mirage Gates, which is concerning. Because if they Mirage Gates to that Snorlax, I think I lose. So now we send up Wheezing, and we judge them. Quick Ball away Eternatus. That's a 2-hit KO. We want to get the counter stadium. We need to find Temple of Sinnoh, definitely. I think it's a send down. Huh. Put down Coughing, it's fine. And I'm wondering if this goes to Crobat VMAX. I think so, because I'll have this energy I can always attack with. It gives me an option, right? So I think that's good. And then we'll judge. We do want to find a counter stadium. We do find the counter stadium, so it's fantastic. And then we go Training Court. Temple of Sinnoh. And Severe Poison. So we hope that they're kind of just stuck here. That's what we have to hope. They've only got 1 prize left. If they have Energy Recycler or Mirage Gates, they kind of just win. This is a close one. Colress's Experiment, that's bad. They only got 6 cards left in deck. So those could be the game winners. There it is. Energy Recycler and Mirage Gate should just win them the game. That is tough. Yep. I can accelerate energy onto Rayquaza, attach 1 from hand, and that's game over. Double Mirage Gates. Wow. GG's. They got there. Rayquaza doing the thing. So sad. That was a good game, though. But unfortunately, being able to gust around the Wheezing. I think that one turn they had the boss's orders around the Wheezing was like, that was bad. We win that matchup by getting the Wheezing out turn 1, and we just didn't. We didn't get the Wheezing out turn 1. We needed to get the Wheezing out turn 1, and we just didn't. So we gave them 3 turns of We gave them 3 turns of abilities because we didn't get the turn 1 ability lock. And then, so like here, we're going to get to try it again. All right. We're up against Lost Box with Eternatus Wheezing. We've got a pretty solid opening hand with Forest Seal Stone and Crobat. So let's Ultra Ball away Crobat VMAX and Galarian Zigzagoon and go get an Eternatus V. And then we'll attach that there and Crobat for 4 trekking shoes. Do we want that? Keeping this guy is not necessary. We'll say no. We find Temple of Sinnoh. I do want to have a second coughing. So, not the finest use of Star Alchemy, but it's important that we get this. And then that's fine. We'll do that. Attach. No, we'll save the energy. And pass. And then we'll see what my opponent does. If they get the turn 1 knockout with Cramorant, that's okay. We'll have 4 cards in the Lost Zone. And I'll be able to evolve into Wheezing, Judge, and start poisoning them. Which is fine. I do want to set up multiple Wheezings, though, because I want to have some insurance against Escape Rope. Looks like Grass Energy, could be Giratina, could be Rayquaza. We'll have to see. There's Comfey and Cramorant. Solid start. Still no. Yep, there it is. Culver's Experiment. I can put 3 cards into their hand from the top 5. Lost Zone 2 of them. And now they are well on their way to a turn 1 attack with Cramorant. Just 2 Flower Selectings, and they'll be there to knock out my coughing. I got Drapion V going bye-bye. Scoop up Net, Flower Selecting again. I can Radiant Greninja as well. I think they've already used Radiant Greninja. But yes, another switch card, and they're cooking. They want to try and get as many cards into the Lost Zone as possible here on turn 1, because I'm about to turn off their Flower Selecting ability and also the Lost Provisions ability. Battle VIP Pass, and we'll get to see what kind of Pokemon my opponent grabs. And Oranguru looks like the Pokemon of choice. Can stack a card in case of Marnie, but we've got Judge, which plays around it. That's nice. And they take the turn 1 knockout as Lost Box typically does. Cool, we've got Wheezing. We've got that, and I think we'll toss down the Temple of Sinnoh and Judge, just in case my opponent plays like Twin Energy or something. For Snorlax, I guess. It's fair. And then I don't think that they have any way to knock me out. So I think I'm okay to wait. I don't want to play this Ultra Ball because if they have a dead hand, I'll Serena. And if they have a good hand, I'll Marnie. So I don't want to have to make that decision now before I see what they do. And now they Colress, so I'm like, okay, I want a Marnie. So then I'll Ultra Ball for something else. Escape Rope here would be bad if they can find one, because They can push around my wheezing. There they go. Sending a Colress to the Lost Zone. That's how you know that card. That hand must have been loaded. I mean, but they pass. Okay. Alrighty then. Let's quick ball away the darkness energy and go get a coughing. Might as well unlock those dark patches. And sure enough, this is a pretty terrible hand. But that's okay, because I can switch and ascend. So we're going to do that. Because the Cramorant is already poisoned, so we don't have to attack again for damage. And now we have 2 Wheezings set up. And with 2 Wheezings set up, we're escape rope proof. So if they escape rope around our Wheezing, we'll just promote the other Wheezing. And they just have to pass. That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. We'll attach to Crobat V and Severe Poison. We got them right where we want them. They've only got, what, 5, 6 cards in the Lost Zone, so they need to get a 7th into the Lost Zone before they can start using Mirage Gates, and we were able to stop them early enough to where they just have to kind of dance around and wait. I suspect that they Colressed into multiple Colress, which is why they had to Lost Zone 1, which means that we just sent them all to the bottom of the deck, and now they're just dead drawing, right? Which is super good for us. We've got this Ultra Ball, so we can go get more draw with Crobat. We're going to do that. Let's Dark Patch to the Crobat V and Ultra Ball away these. And we're going to go get another Crobat. Another Crobat. We can attach this Darkness Energy to Eternatus and draw. And we've got Serena. Eternatus VMAX is good. Trekking Shoes. We'll keep that. Rod back in. Coughing and Crobat VMAX. Coughing, Crobat VMAX. That's fine. Yep. And then Serena and discard the Eternatus V. Cool. It's a pretty good hand. We'll Severe Poison. What's crazy is, I guess, if we can get Sneasler out, we can one-hit KO Comfeys with Galarian Zigzagoon. Because we can Severe Poison for 6. That's pretty neat. They do get knocked out coming back into your turn, but it would prevent this, right? Which they're just kind of stalling for time by switching around and retreating and stuff. So that's fine. We've got Ultra Ball. We can discard Dark Patch and Temple of Sinnoh. And go get the Sneasler so that we're hitting the 2-hit KO on this thing. And we'll Crobat for a draw of 4. It's fine. Severe Poison. And 2 switch in the hand is quite good. If I want to hit with Crobat VMAX, I can now. I've got Ultra Ball. I've got another switch carts. But that's fine. No sweats. So if we hit them for 70, 80. So if we poison here is 6, 6, and then out. So if I hit with the Crobat, it's 70, 80, 90, 100. And then we're almost there. We also get there with Galarian Zigzagoon. So I think we poison and we just wait, and then I Galarian Zigzagoon the next turn. So we're going to Severe Poison. It's 6, and then 6 back. And then we ding with Galarian Zigzagoon. And then, let's see, we go Quick Ball. Away Eternatus. Get our Galarian Zigzagoon. And we'll ping the Radiant Greninja to take a prize. And now they have to send up somebody new. And we'll hit this Oranguru with Severe Poison. Seems good. I could Ultra Ball, and let's see, we're doing 70, 80. Yeah, let's just knock it out. Let's kind of speed the game up, you know? So we're going to get rid of these and go get the Crobat VMAX. Since they're having a tough time drawing, it's like we might as well start aggressing a little bit. So we're doing 70 and then Poison, and then with the Sneasler, we're taking a knockout there. And really just taking advantage of the fact that we have shut down their abilities completely, sticking them at the 6 cards in the Lost Zone so they can't play Mirage Gates, and looks like they are ready to concede. That is a GG. Good game. Good game, good game. Let's go. Thank you, Jenica Blackrose. Appreciate you. Thanks for those subs. Appreciate it. All right. Like I said, you need to stop Lost Box. You need to stop Lost Box before they get to 7. If they get to 7, it can be tough. But you can definitely stop them before they get to 7. I'm playing Frank's list. Frank is my friend, so I wanted to play his list. He also, got 33rd place. Frank is also the top placing Eternatus deck at Arlington, so why wouldn't I play his list? Yeah. All right. Here we are. Frank's also my homie. Looks like we're up against another Lost Box deck with our Eternatus Wheezing deck. We've got the turn 1 Switch, Quick Ball, Marnie. Love it. They have to retreat into Comfy to start using Flower Selecting. Arguably, going second against Lost Box might be better than going first, because if you go first, then you give your opponent an opportunity to get the turn 1 Culver's Experiment, and they can accelerate more cards into Lost Zone. But right now, my opponent might have Culver's Experiment in their hand that they, can't play. So we don't know that, but they might. And that's certainly what we're going to try and do here. So we're hoping that they have Culver's Experiment in their hand, and we're about to Marnie that stuff to the bottom of the deck. We got Crobat, Dark Asset for 5. We find the Darkness Energy. We find the 4 Seal Stone. Holy broken deck. And we Marnie. And we drop another Coughing and ascend into our 1 Galarian Wheezing. Why is there only 1 Galarian Wheezing in this deck? Holy moly. We have prized a couple, but that's fine. That's okay. We do Marnie them into a Culver's Experiment, which is sad, but they've only got 1 lonely card in the Lost Zone right now, so we are hoping that... Okay, hello, Metacham. We are hoping that they do not have an escape rope to get around my Galarian Wheezing. That would be sick. So we're hoping for no escape rope, not just this turn, but ever. because I prized 2 Galarian Wheezing, which is incredibly sad. And this is looking like it is a Lost Box Rayquaza build, but we've kind of put the brakes on the lost zoning of cards with Galarian Weezing's neutralizing gas, which is working swimmingly right now. So let's have some fun. We'll go attach Hiding Darkness to Coughing and Ultra Ball, Quick Ball, switch into Coughing, and Quick Ball away Dark Patch. That's the route. And we're going to Crobat. And we're going to Dark Assets for 5 big ones. We find a Marnie, and we find Ultra Ball away these. And we can go get Eternatus. Now, they don't seem to have, like, the best hand situation. What I want to do is knock out this Comfy in one hit with Sneasler and a Zigzagoon. But I don't want to Marnie them. But maybe they Colressed into another Colress, you know? So I think it's worth it. Yeah, let's just do it. Let's live a little. We find the Zigzagoon. Yeah, I'm in it for sure. I'm feeling it right now, Mr. Krabs. We got the Galarian Zigzagoon. Because the thing is like I need to dig into the prizes because I prize 2 Weezing. So I kind of have to like speed things up. We can't really afford to just give my opponent more time. So we're going to Severe Poison, 6 damage counters. This is knocked out. We really want Weezing here. Nope. Yo, GG's, K-Vam. GG's. Yo, thanks for popping in. Hopefully you're having a good one. Swing and a miss on that Galarian Weezing. But that's fine. We've got more action right here in our hand. Trekking Shoes, switch. Marnie, feeling pretty good. And they have to pass again. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Trekking Shoes. Want that Ultra Ball? I do want that Ultra Ball. Let's go Ultra Ball away these. Is it actually better to keep the switch? Kinda. I don't feel like... Oh, man, I thought my other Zigzagoon was in the deck, but it's in the discard pile because Nope, it's in the prizes. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll get Crobat. And I don't want to actually max out my bench, so we're just going to hold here and Severe Poison. It's fine. Thought I had my other Zigzagoon, but we don't. It's all good. Taking a look at the supporters, all 3 out of 4 Marnies are down, so we got 1 Marnie left and 2 judges, which is cool. They got Zekrom, can use Wild Shock, paralyze something. And that's why I want to one-hit KO these Comfies, right? Because they can just scoop up net and buy more time, but their hand is dead. The hand is completely dead. So they're just literally sitting here with a 2-card hand waiting for a Colress off the top of the deck. And if they don't get it, they're just sitting here trying to retreat between different Pokemon, right? Now they're building up a Zekrom. Wild Shock, I mean, there we go. Wheezy, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Excellent. Got another Wheezing. I don't want to leave this training court here, but I guess they got no energy in the discard pile, but I do, so we're going to go switch into Crobat and Stealth Poison, and we're going to go back into Galarian Wheezing. I guess, yeah, they can't retreat this. Got to retreat it too, so they just have to send this thing up. If they have an energy, they're taking a knockout. But I mean, they damaged themselves, which just makes it so that I can finish them off very easily. They got Thornton. Who are you Thorntoning into? Ain't nobody in there. nobody in that discard pile is worth Thorntoning into. That is GG's. Wheezing strikes again. Gray Merchant. Wondering why I'm not playing the Pokemon trading card game live. Oh, well, there are a number of reasons. It's unstable, it's ugly, it's filled with bugs. It's the worst digital TCG on the market. Needs a lot of help. I, by and large, consider it to be a failed project that needs very serious reworking in order to be in any playable form, fashion. It's just not there right now. It's kind of a depressing state of affairs with that entire situation. Yes. I'm not in any way, shape, or form defending the Pokemon trading card game online. Let me tell you, and thank you, Miro Sama, for those 5 gifted subs. The Pokemon trading card game online was already the oldest, most outdated online digital client, and somehow the Pokemon trading card game live is worse than this. Which is why, and I'm not going to take a step backwards with my content, so that's kind of where we're at right now. It's like, yeah, it's just not. Yeah. I mean, look at the. Like, bro. All right, you want to know why I'm not playing the Pokemon trading card game live? Look at this. Do I have to say it? Are you going to make me say the thing? Right here. Everybody knows. Right? These are not good reviews. Okay. And I'm telling you, the Pokemon trading card game online is not like the most amazing client, but goodness. I mean, look at that. I don't know how I don't think that Pokemon can put out, like, you can't do this to your community. You can't just be like, yeah, we're going to take your thing and we're going to replace it with, you know, Pokemon trading card game online at home. You're right, Soldier. You're right. You're right. But here it is. This is why I'm not playing, because it's a worst game. And that's not defending the Pokemon trading card game online. It's just saying that the Pokemon trading card game live is disgusting. All right, now let's keep it pushing. I consider it unplayable and unwatchable. I can't watch anybody play live, and I can't play it. It gives me headaches, makes my eyes hurt, it makes me dizzy and nauseous. It's ugly. Yes. Where do we stop? You know, it's just it needs a complete visual rehaul. Everything that you experience visually on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live, everything, every animation, everything, absolutely everything that you experience on the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live needs redone. Everything. Literally everything. Everything that you see needs to be redone. If I could see it with my eyes, needs redone. Everything that you can see with your eyes playing the Pokemon Trading Card Game Live should not have passed any sort of check. Not an ounce of it. But thank you, Legit Frost, for the 100 bits. The deck list that I'm playing is Frank Persick's top 64 list from Arlington. Looks like we're up against Lugia V-Star with Eternatus V-Max. We've got a solid opening hand with Eternatus V and Coughing, and our Hiding Darkness Energy, and our Forest Seal Stone. I mean, how solid is this? Loving it. I think I'll just pass. And then next turn, we can evolve into Weezing. We can draw cards with Crobats and poison them. And we can judge them, leave them with a 4-card hand. Looks like I'm getting Marnied. Okay. That's fine. There's lots of draw cards in this deck. Marnies, Judges, Trekking Shoes, Quick Balls, Ultra Balls. Quick Balls and Ultra Balls all translate to draw cards thanks to Crobat V and its Dark Asset ability. These 4 cards aren't great, but we do have 4 Seal Stones, so we can dig out of this regardless. Looks like they're going to waste no time getting extra Archeops into the discard pile. And they're going for Crobat V to draw even more cards. And that just makes me want to find Judge or Marnie really bad. It does make sense that they would play that, seeing as, we've got Coughing and there's Crobat V off the top of the deck. Very good. We probably don't need more than 1 Eternatus. Especially since we play Rod, so I'd say no. Find Serena. That's cool. We got Galarian Weezing. We got Eternatus VMAX. We got Eternatus V. And we can Crobat Dark Assets to draw some cards. Love it. We've got a Darkness Energy going on to Eternatus VMAX. Oh, I can't Temple of Sinnoh because... That's fine. We'll do that later. And then I'm going to Quick Ball away Serena and go get Radiant Hisuian Sneasler. And we're going to Quick Ball away Temple of Sinnoh. And we're going to go get Galarian Zigzagoon. And ping that guy. And then Star Alchemy. Let's go get a Marnie. And we'll see the next 5 cards. Cool. Looks good. And we've got our energy laid down already. So let's just go Severe Poison. And we're hoping that they do not have a Lugia, V-Star, and a Gust card in their hand. That would be great. If they do have a Gust and a Lugia V-Star, we could be in for a bad time, because they could bring up Coughing. Yeah, well, there's no way they also have a Lugia, though. No, they don't have a Lugia. They don't have it. They don't have a Lugia in that hands. They're just trying to buy time. They don't have it. That's right. You're just trying to stall. Or else they would have brought up Galarian Zigzagoon or Coughing to take multiple prizes on it with Stoutland. They ain't got it like that. Yep. As I suspected, they indeed ain't got it like that. So, let's Ordinary Rod. And we're going to put that Eternatus back into the deck. And we're going to switch into Wheezing again. And we're going to Quick Ball away a Darkness Energy and go get another Crobat. And then I think I want to start powering up actually the second Eternatus VMAX, because I can put an Umbrella on that one, which would be pretty dope. So let's go for that. And we'll draw 5. We find Marnie and Ultra Ball. So I think I want to Ultra Ball away Marnie and Drapion. And then I'm going to go get that Eternatus VMAX. Now I got 2 of those more or less ready to go. And we'll Severe Poison. Just leave this thing rotting here. And then the Stoutland will get knocked out coming into my turn, which is fantastic. It's exactly what we want. And then really all we need to do in this matchup is buy enough time to get those first couple prizes, and then we could just go knockout game on Lugias, Crobats, whatever. They've got a double turbo energy and are retreating the Stoutland into Crobat, trying to buy more time, desperately wanting more time. I think I'm chilling. Yeah, we're just going to attach this energy here and Crobats for more cards. We find our Umbrella. Great. Marnie. Fantastic. Dark Patch to this other Coughing. And let's just Severe Poison. This feels very good. Wheezing with Eternatus as backup this is the best I think I've ever felt playing Eternatus, because in the past Eternatus always needed to be aggressive and to hit everything it needed in the first turn or two, but like now with Galarian Wheezing you could really slow down the pace of the game and take control of the match, something that I really like. So we're going to go here. I'm going to play down the Temple, and we're going to ascend into another Wheezing as their Crobat gets knocked out. So now we've turned off all special energy, and we've turned off their abilities, and they're having a bad time. They've got 4 Archeops in the discard pile. And yet, we're chilling. All right, it's time. It's time. We don't want to wait for them to, you know, we don't want to wait for them to get the good play. We just want to go knockout game. So that's what we're banking on here. We've got the big parasol. We go Dread End, 270 damage. Take our 2 prizes. And then for game, we just want to knock out another 2 prize Pokemon. Have it be game over. We have given them access to their abilities, so if they want, you know, they can actually get Lugia V-Star into play. But it looks like they have to Serena in order to try and draw into that Lugia V-Star. They still have not found Lugia V-Star yet. Their special energies still don't work. They have to find a counter stadium as well. We should have at least 1 Serena in the deck, and that's a scoop! GG's! See ya, Lugia! Let's go. Yo, what's up, Tyler? How you doing? Broken deck, dude. Dang. This deck is crazy. The YouTube vid is done. It was that easy. Looks like I'm up against Lost Box with Eternatus Wheezing. We've got a decent opening hand. Not gonna lie, going first against Lost Box is weird because I'm not really trying to get smacked by a Cramorant turn 1, but that's okay. Let's attach an energy. Ultra Ball away, Eternatus, and the Darkness energy. And we're going to go get Coughing. And then we're going to switch into Coughing, and we're going to Quick Ball away the Crobat, and we're going to go get Crobat. And we'll draw 6. It's pretty good. We'll take Eternatus. And we want to get another Coughing down. So we will Quick Ball and discard the Galarian Zigzagoon. Go get another Coughing. Sneasler's in the deck. We got 2 Wheezing in the deck. That's good. That's a solid turn 1. That's about as good as it gets for us. We've got 2 Coughing. We've got Crobat out of the active. If they take a turn 1 knockout, it's just on Coughing. That's fine. We've got Wheezing, Judge, Poison turn 2 queued up, which is exactly what we want to do against these Lost Box decks. And we've put the pressure on. So now they have to race to get as many cards in the Lost Zone as they can early on, because we are going to be disrupting their hand, poisoning them, and locking their abilities for the rest of the game. Now, this is Charizard Lost Box, so they are going to have Sableye. They are going to have Charizard. They're going to have plenty of switch cards. I mean, they're going to have probably 4 net, like 3 or 4 switch cart, and 3 or 4 escape rope. That Snorlax is a very good attacker in this matchup, so I'm surprised that they let that go, but that's okay. We're going to evolve into Wheezing. They don't get the turn 1 attack. Only 2 cards in the Lost Zone. Loving it. And I think I will rod the Pokemon back in. We're going to put Eternatus and Crobat back into the deck. That's fine. And then Judge. We find Eternatus and Trekking Shoes. Evolve into Eternatus, that's fine. And Trek. I mean, sure. That's fine. I just put you in there. And then a little severe poison. That's all we got. Hopefully they don't have escape rope in that 4-card hand, but they probably do. They have another Snorlax. And judging by that manual retreat, it looks like they do not have anything. And we just top deck the Quick Ball. So we're chilling. Temple of Sinnoh down. Quick Ball away Eternatus. And we're going to go get Crobat to draw some more cards. We've got Sneasler. Got another Darkness Energy. Great. Can go on to Crobat VMAX. And no use judging. We'll Trekking Shoes. I'd say no, we don't even need that. Switch is a good card to have, though, because we will. So we're doing 6 there. Or we go 80, 70, 80, and then 90, 100, 100. It doesn't really matter, does it? No, we'll save the switch. All right. Severe poison. We'll save the Crobat play for when we're actually knocking something out. Oh, that's true. He's immune to the... He won't be affected by poison if I Crobat. That's actually really cute. I wish I had a Darkness Energy so I could Ascend here, but that's fine. I could Ultra Ball and go for it. But I don't want to waste any of these cards, so... He scoops, he scores! Let's go, baby. Let's go. Lost Box free matchup. Free matchup, baby. Free matchup. That's right. Dang, man. This deck kind of cracked for real. Eternatus win streak. Yeah, what? Yeah, that's about right. Yo, thank you, Miro Sama. A celebration video? Am I supposed to do that? Yeah, man. We let the good times roll too hard. Yeah, we let the good times roll too much. Arceus Duraludon. Nimbro. All right. Play ball. We're up against Arceus Duraludon, and we got a pretty miserable hand, but I did top deck this Judge. So maybe, just maybe, we can make some magic happen. Judge, and that is a pretty terrible draw off the Judge, but maybe we top deck the sauce. I'm thinking top deck Quick Ball and we'll be able to Crobat V right on out of this. That's what I'm thinking. They're going to whiff the Arceus V-Star. Easy. Tower of Darkness, 2 more cards. Trekking Shoes, 2 more cards. They ain't got it. See? Trinity Charge. That's all you got. All right. Top deck. Quick Ball. right here. Gotta believe, chat. That'll do. All right. Crobat, come on. Crobat, draw. And now we got not much. Okay, it's not great. But that's okay. That's okay. We're just getting ready for what's next. Yeah. Yeah. Next turn. Next turn's going to be cracked. All right, here we go. Next turn. There's no way they boss. Couldn't see it. They're just struggling to find an Arceus V-Star. They're like, where are my Arceus V-Stars? Can't find them. That's right. That's another Trinity charge. Holy smokes. Man. They're out here having a bad time, just like me. They just like me for real. Okay. Now, let's go Ultra Ball away. I don't need this big parasol. That and that, I suppose. And we're going to go get Eternatus VMAX. We want switch and we want energy. Okay. And we don't need this dark patch. If I just draw into the switch, the energy, we're chilling. Come on. Come on, baby. 6 cards. Oh, yeah. I don't even think I have enough Pokemon in play. Hold on. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Dang it! All right. We got the switch and we got the darkness energy, but we got nothing else. That's fine. it's not great. All right. Fine. Sure. And I got a 1-card hand. All right. Man. I got quick ball again. How is that hand of yours so bad? They got another must have just stadiums and quick balls in it. Power Edge. Oh man. This is a battle of the ages. Do we judge them? We have to judge them. Because what if they top deck Duraludon and I lose? All right, so we have to go here. We're going for win. Yes! You're done! GG's, dude. That's it. Holy smokes. Give me that Duraludon. Give him to me. Dread End. Eternatus. Let's go! I know. Well, I think you have to include the fact that I almost conceded. Yeah. That was so sick, dude. Yo, what a broken deck. What a filthy, disgusting deck, dude. Yeah, thank you, Legit Frost, for the 100 bits. Yeah, we got 5 wins with this, man. That's plenty. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. Loving it. Not even a research. I know. Isn't that crazy? Can't believe that. Wowee. All right, guys. I got to get out of here early today. I got videos to make for YouTube. You know, I got to go celebrate on YouTube 100K. Do a 100K video. This is going to be my first video with 100K subs on YouTube. So I got to go get that video made. Thank you guys for a lovely day and for all the love and support. I'll be back tomorrow. Okay. Same time, same place. You know the deal. We've got Gym Leader Challenge happening at Full Grip Games tonight. Gym Leader Challenge League night at Full Grip Games happening tonight. Connor, our lovely mod Connor, is going to be in attendance. I'm going to try and take my third Full Grip Games Gym Leader Challenge League night win with a different deck. I've already won with Psychic. I've already won with Metal. I think tonight is lightning. Feel the lightning tonight. All right, see you guys.